What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Transfer News live on Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. There we have a lot to discuss on this show today. Chelsea has unveiled a new kit. Yes, Chelsea News kit unveiled, as it is also the rumors of Nico Williams. How likely is it to join Chelsea? Is it next to come through the door? What about a striker? But I know Chelsea have a lot in terms of that left-hand side. But yes, they've been linked with the Nico Williams again. We're breaking down all these hot transfer rumors, discussing the Lesley Ugochukwu's loan, and where does his future lies at the football club. Also reacting to your questions live. Matt Cucurella, I've made some good statement. I've made a statement down regarding his player, or would I say his partner he played with in the Jazz Euro competition, where they both won the Euro 2024 competition. Talking about the Spaniard, Nico Williams and Matt Cucurella. Where do you stand on Matt Cucurella? We'll look into that. So guys, do not go anywhere. Be my guest. If you have any comment regarding today's stream, drop it in the comment section below. And do not forget to like and also subscribe to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. Hang in there. We'll be right back in just a second.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds.
Welcome back, folks. We are back again with another Chelsea news highlights and news discussion on the show. And today we'll be looking at the Chelsea new kit as it's been unveiled. We've seen beautiful pictures. I don't know where you stand on that new kit. To me, it's 10 out of 10. But Stephen is here with me. I don't know where Stephen stands on the new kit. Stephen G, welcome back to the stream. And then how is your day?
Day's good. Kit's disgusting.
Oh my goodness! See where Steven stands already. I told you that I'm not sure Steven's going to be on my side, but yeah, Steven, kit, take us through a little bit of the kit, and then what makes it so disgusting to you? I'll put this the kit on the screen soon.
Bro, it looks terrible. I don't know why Nike hate us so much. Like, genuinely don't know why they hate us so much. I don't get why for a home kit it's so difficult just have basic blue kit, blue of Chelsea, with maybe say a white collar and like the sleeves with a little bit of white on them. I don't know why that's so difficult. It shouldn't be some experimental home kit type. If you want to do some sort of design, you should do it on the away kit or the third kit. You shouldn't be doing that on the home kit. It looks horrible. I can't remember the last time we had a decent kit from Nike. Actually,
Steven,
maybe one of the last 2 years.
always complain about the kit.
I complain because it's always terrible.
Which of the kits is gonna make? I mean, which of the kits Nike is gonna design that you will really accept it? You complain.
Bro, for a home kit, you don't need to do these stupid designs.
I wasn't so sure about last year. I can't really recall last year what you said about this the design for last year. But last year too, Steven. Did you like the last season kit?
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
And I know I remember the Crystal Palace away kit.
That was more what I want. I want just a basic blue with no stupid design, with a little bit of white on it. That's exactly what last year was. Last year was fine.
They're trying to bring us something nice.
Bro,
I think the light from what I'm reading on the internet.
To do that on the home kit, it looks disgusting.
From what I'm reading, it's nice. What I'm reading, a lot of people like it. It's if you look at what I say.
Also, you know they say about the fire that burns inside. It looks more like water, bruv. What is this? Or the fire that burns inside every Chelsea fan. It looks like bloody water, man.
To me,
do you know what it looks like? Yeah, you know if you put something in the washing machine, yeah, and it streaks.
That's what they're trying to make it look like.
No, it isn't. Bro, the whole thing is
it's
meant to be about the fire that burns inside every Chelsea fan, all that BS, yeah? It looks like water. It looks like it's streaking.
That's what it looks like.
It's terrible.
To me, no, Steven. I don't think this is terrible, Steven. I don't think so. It looks nice to me. It looks okay. I don't think there's anything really wrong with the jersey and the kit or the uniform, whatever you want to call it. Nice
if you think it looks right, look how crap the badge looks.
To me, the badge doesn't stand out. The badge, I've never been okay with the badge from last season since they took over and they changed the badge. I've never been okay because
the badge has been that for a long time, but I'm on about look how the design messes up the badge.
I think the badge, that yellow or gold thing around it, that's what makes it stand out a little bit. But it should be white. It should be pure white to make the badge stand out. Yeah, I
prefer the outside of it to be white, yeah?
Yeah.
But where the streaky bit is, look, it's part blue and part white on the actual badge. It looks disgusting.
With the badge, Steven, I do agree with you 100%. But with the texture, I wouldn't see the texture because I haven't had a feel of it. But from the look,
I was going to say, I think you've chosen the wrong word there.
Yeah, the texture, I haven't touched it, so I can't say nothing about the texture. But from the color blending and from what I'm seeing, it looks like I'm not sure if you've done. I forgot the name. I remember when I was in high school, we did something where we put the oil paint on water. Mm-hmm. You see the oil paint, and we got motion. It was a motion design. We put the motion oil paint on the water. Then we dip the t-shirt into it, and then that pattern, whatever pattern you have on the water, goes into the t-shirt. That is what I see that they're trying to the imagination of probably they took that idea from, and then try and incorporate that idea into the jersey. But to me, as a designer, I've had the issue with designing my thumbnails, trying to take images from Chelsea jersey a whole season. Anytime you're trying to cut the jersey out or cut the image out, you're gonna end up having issue with either the Nike or with the logo itself. It doesn't take that out. But I don't know how this one is gonna look. But the only problem is the Nike should look at it very carefully. That they should look at it very, very careful and say, look, our logo as Nike, our symbol as Nike doesn't stand out from these jerseys. So what they should have done is the outline of the Nike and then the outline of Chelsea logo should have been white to make the logo or the
make it pop basically
stand out. That's how I see it. That's what I feel like it went wrong with these jerseys. But to me, the design in the jersey it's just, to me, it's nice.
Nah, wow.
All right, so Steven don't agree with me. I don't know what you guys stand on this, Jesse. If you guys really, do you like it? Don't you like it? Phantom of Many Topics said new kit better than Infinity Athletic or 3, and which I do agree. I do agree with Phantom. I don't think there was so much wrong with Infinity last season, but Infinity came in. Infinity was not really so much of a design. I think we were in hurry looking for someone to sponsor the club. And though this guy over there who talked to Todd Bowley and his people that, oh, look, I can come in for a year and see what I can do for my brand. And then he joined Chelsea. So him, I think it was just a short period of time. But
have you seen the potential away kit?
No, I haven't seen the away kit.
So it's not confirmed, but this is basically what it's likely to be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Except from one or two things, like I like the majority of it, except from one or two things. But I'll send it to you now.
Okay.
Where is it? That's the group.
Send it to me, and then I will put it up on the screen for everyone to
so this is like the likely one, but I've sent it to you now.
Okay. So if Steven, if you look at a likely one, is that what you're looking at? Is that what you prefer?
What, the one that I just sent you?
Yeah. Is that what you prefer? It's too plain.
But outside of the actual badge, again, an issue with the badge, yeah?
Yeah.
This is more the thing I would want for the thing I would want for a home kit, is what I'm saying. How it was last season. So what they've essentially done, is, you know how the home kit looked last year?
Yeah.
Where it was blue and it's got that little bit down the side and all that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They've essentially got that, but they've flipped the colours around. So the blue's on the side and the white's the main colour. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying about, for a home kit, I like that type of thing where it's a basic thing. It shouldn't be experimental. Experimental should be more the away kit and the third kit, is what I'm saying. So if it was closer to what this potential away one is, but for the home kit, which is what it was last season, essentially, I would like the home kit a lot more.
So let's see the one that you just sent to me, and let me put it on the screen. And guys, you can see the.
Bro's got 1,000 images. He's got to try and find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find it because I got a bunch of pictures in there. Time will come, I won't get that many pictures anymore. I can just delete them easy, and then the time is even there, but I'm just not using it. The facility that I have, I'm not just using it. Where did it go?
Don't know.
I put it in there. It's there. But okay. Whilst we're looking at it, let me see what we have here. Phantom of Many Topics at 12 hours, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right. So Maya said, big up, y'all, Nee and Steven. Big up to you too, Maya, yourself. Let me know what you guys thoughts are on the away kit, home kit, jersey, with whatever you want to call it. Maya said, big up to Phantom of Many Topics. I like this shit. It's better than the one we had last season, according to Maya. Steven doesn't like it. I don't know why Steven doesn't like it.
Bro, I told you, it looks terrible.
Do you guys think Steven complains too much? If you guys think so, let me know in the comment. If he's thinking he thinks too much, probably he's thinking that he think we're doing a fashion show over here. That's what
it looks terrible, man. Do you know how much Nike want for these kits, bro? They want like $85.
Harry $11.
They want about £85 for it.
Yeah, Harry $11.
That ain't worth £85. Shocking kit, man. They've given us a couple of good kits, and we've still got them for like another 5 years.
It's a long-term contract, isn't it?
Terrible ideas they come up with for next
year. You want Adidas or Umbro?
Oh, bro, I'd happily take Adidas back.
Nike are more stylish. They like to, put styles in their design. I think that's what you see from Nike. Adidas are more like an old school, old school, old school. You get what I mean? But I think I wouldn't say they did a good job today. I love it. I love it. Stevie doesn't like it, and he wants something more plain. All
For a
right,
home kit, I do, yeah.
yeah. But this is just like an ordinary T-shirt, Steven.
No, but you're not
Plus
getting what I'm
98.
saying. You're not getting what I'm saying. For a home kit,
Yeah.
basic is good. For an away kit, you can experiment. You can put different designs. But for a home kit, your main kit, it should be a basic kit, in my opinion. Do you remember when we had the kit? I think it was Lampard's first season, yeah, where we had it. That was one of the kits I hated the most out of all the ones Nike did, yeah, because it looked like a complete mess, but it was like little bits of Stamford Bridge plotted in every little square. Like it done my head in.
What about 3 seasons ago? Crystal Palace one, the one that at their away kit. You never like it too. It was an away kit. And it was like Crystal Palace just looking.
Can't even remember. I'm trying to find it.
Oh yeah, I think about 3 seasons ago. The one that they came up with looks like it's
Oh,
I
I
have
know
it.
the one you're on about.
I have that jersey right now, and then with Mason Mount's name behind it.
That aged badly.
All right, Steven. Yeah, guys, if you're joining us live, we're down 60 minutes of live streaming, and we are still on discussing the look alike of the away and in home kit. Steven has his point, and I have my point. With the logo, I have a very huge issue with this logo. Even this one, when you see, I don't like it, Steven, because you can barely see the Chelsea.
No, I said the logo I don't like. I don't like that it's red and blue.
Yeah, you can't see it. It's not red and blue. It's not a visual colors to use. You can barely see. It looks like Aston Villa. Yeah, you have Aston Villa trying to copy our logo, and then you use the same. Think of the colors that you've used in this jersey. It doesn't necessarily have that logo. I mean, the colors of the jersey have to match the logo. It doesn't have to work that way. So even when Chelsea come up with a rainbow jersey, it means that the logo has to be rainbow too.
Bro, I can't wait till Nike try to do that with us like they did with flipping England. I still can't believe they did that. It's ridiculous.
So if you have a rainbow jersey, padding design in the jersey, it means that they have to change the logo and make it look more like a rainbow looking. I would never ever buy anything like that. This is crazy. I like it's plain. It's nice. White jersey, Chelsea colors in the red and white. Red and blue, white is in the 3 colors, but the logo
is what. If this is going to be confirmed as our kit, it's not confirmed yet, yeah? If this is to be confirmed, the only thing that's a letdown is the badge.
Yeah. With that one, I do really agree with you. I do agree with you on that one. On that aspect, absolutely. But look at Steven, look at how it looks on the players themselves. I don't like the way they put that. It's like a picture taken out from the video. So it's not.
Yeah, I don't like the effect on it.
Yeah, effects make it difficult to work.
Do you know what else though? I saw, what's it called? I saw a picture of one of the women's players. Yeah.
Yeah.
The lighting makes her nose look like her nose is broken.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Aggie Jones. The lighting and the angle makes it look like her nose is broken.
It's a nice kit on them. Steven, when they wear it, it will look crispy. It will look very, very beautiful on them. We just seeing the design laid up, but let's see them wear it and play with it.
Put it this way, if I remember rightly, the leaked version of this looked even worse than this. The leaked version of this, if I remember rightly, looked a whole lot more streaky.
Oh, but this one is made for the fans. This is for the fans because
most of the time, not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the version that it was leaked as being had a lot more of a streaky pattern, if I remember rightly. So there's a little bit less to what the leaked version was.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is the leaked version
Was
looks
even worse.
worse, and the one we're seeing now is a little bit more better.
Yeah.
Okay, I do. Yeah, Maya said it does. He likes that jersey, and to be honest with you, I think it will look good on them. From seeing some of the few pictures, the pictures were not that good to be able to judge it very well because it was in the motion. Everything was in the dark, and it was like glory in the dark, and the pictures looks more cinematic. I love the video, but you can't really see it very well. I saw Copama one, Steven. I saw the Copama one where he was wearing it, and I said it looks very nice on him. Look at Copama, Steven. Look at Copama.
A cool safe got him doing his celebration.
Yeah, it looks beautiful on him. But when they put the jersey on the mannequin sitting there, you might not like it. But once the players wear it, exhibiting the talent in it, running around with it, you're probably gonna have that feeling back. Because I remember you never liked some of those jerseys, but once they start wearing and playing with it, you get that feeling like, man, I need to get this jersey. I need to get this jersey. So that's what it's looking at. It's looking like right now. But anyway, big up to everyone there watching. Maya said, Cole Palmer. Yeah. Steven, we're still going to talk about Lions, 3 Lions. As is being official today, Gary Southgate have hung his book down. He's done. He's let the job out. He's leaving the football. I mean, that's a football club. The 3 Lions. He's done his bit. Yeah. He's done his bit. He'll go down in history as the second ever best England manager. But we will look at how do you rate Gary Southgate?
It's time to party. That's how I rate it.
Yeah. How do you rate Gary Southgate? How you rating Gary Southgate based on all the previous managers that have come to the football club and haven't been able make football club. I've come to the national team, taking the national team job, haven't been able to done much better. Or are you rating Gary Southgate due to the previous games in the countries that we played against and where we've got in the competition in terms of finals 2 times in the space of just 8 years, or would I say 5 years? How do you rate Gary Southgate? We'll talk about that one later. But Stephen, the next I don't know if anyone has anything more want to discuss or comment based on the kit. Let me know in the comment section below before we move on to another topic. Big up to GM Ghulam Mustafa said that England lost due to Southgate's decided not to play Palmer 90 minutes. I don't think Palmer alone was the missing puzzle. I think there was a whole lot of players in the midfield. If
he started Palmer and Watkins, we're a lot more dangerous.
But you cannot. I understand that, but there's no way any manager would drop Harry Kane for how he has held the national team.
I kid you not, if I was the manager, I'm dropping Kane for the final. He did not perform well at all in the tournament. He looks like he's still carrying the injury that ended his club season with Bayern Munich. Yeah. So, therefore, if you look terrible, I don't care if you're Messi or Ronaldo, bro. You ain't starting a final if you're actually a detriment to the team. You're not helping the team. You're actually making us worse. Plus, bro, he dropped so deep he's at left back in some games. What are we doing? Why is he left back? Meant to be our striker. I'm not even joking. Literally, there was a couple of games where there was periods of the game where he was literally at left wing back. I actually, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, bro, you're meant to be an elite striker. Why are you in the left back's position right now? This is some Thomas Tuchel type stuff. Having said that, I would take Tuchel as the next manager. He is a cup manager.
I'll tell you what. With what I'm seeing and the way English fans have really treated Gary Southgate, I'm not going to say this is a case or bad luck. I'm putting bad luck on the English national team. This is how I feel. I feel like you guys don't know what you have until losing it. And I know I understand that people think it's tactical bankrupt. It's not that. It's not good enough to be in charge of the Three Lions team. But who, if I should ask this, were you better than the Spanish team? Were you better than the Portuguese team? Were you better than the French team? Was England better? The fact that you have good quality players on the pitch doesn't give you the ultimatum to go and win the finals. Because we've seen England produce top players in the past. When you have none of these players, if you go back during the days of Frank Lampard, John Terry, Rio Ferdinand, what's his name again? Wayne Rooney and them. The only players that I could take from this current England team that can be part of that team is Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker and who else? Maybe Harry Kane. None of these players can fit into the English national team 10 years ago. During Lampard, John Terry's reign, none of these players will fit in there. But was England able to? Was Gareth Southgate in charge? Was England able to win the finals of any competition that they participate in? It? No. So why do we put so much blame on Gareth Southgate? Cole Palmer has had one good season with Chelsea, and we expect him to go and then be better than Nico Williams. Go and be better than Pedri, who was not even playing. Go and be better than Lamy, who has the wonderful competition, and was even better for Barcelona. And go and be better than Daniel Almo, who's been doing for the past 3 seasons now. No. English team was still young. Very, very young team that needed time. In France was the same direction as England are. France has been there, but they never put their footmark as one of the world beaters until they won France 98. And after winning it, they are who they are now. Everyone is scared of France when they're playing against them. It's the same thing's going to happen to England. But the only thing that England need right now is how to win trophies. That is all. If you have a manager who comes in and be able to win one specific competition, England will be on top of the the world stage, winning trophy anytime they go in there. But they haven't done it.
Bro,
it's
if
not
England
just the manager.
had a good manager, yeah, England could have had at least 2 Euros right now.
It's not just the manager, Stephen. It's not just the manager. The players themselves are not good enough.
If it wasn't for the players, we
had.
wouldn't have got to the final in the first place. The players are the reason we got to the final. Certain players.
So there you go. There you go. You're not giving the credit to the manager either.
He don't
Only
deserve
the players.
credit.
Only the players.
No, bro, he don't deserve credit. What's he deserve credit for? Well done, you made a sub in the 85th minute. It was your first sub. Well done, you made a sub in the 70th minute. You only done that because you got an injury. That's the only reason he made that sub.
He called those players. He invited those players.
Okay, he invited them to the squad, yeah? But when the players are coming off the bench making an impact, doing more in about 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes than your starters, yeah? You're then benching them for the next game. Then they do it again. You bench them the game after. They do it again. You bench them the game after. He has no brain cells. If you have brain cells, you start the players who are having the impact. Palmer came off the bench, yeah? In the quarterfinal, came off the bench. We looked better. And then we went to penalties. And he scored the first penalty, yeah? Came off the bench in the semi-final. In about the 80th minute, 85th minute, whatever. Yeah? 89th minute, he gets an assist. The winning assist. Yeah? Game-winning assist for Ollie Watkins. In the final, he comes off the bench. What's he do? He's on the pitch 2 minutes. He goes and scores. We're back in the game. Then 2-3 minutes later, we got to sit back again. Southgate ball, sit back. Let's just pray. That's what we do, bro. We score a goal, we sit back. You sit back against a team like that Spanish side, yeah? Expect to get beaten.
Do you think that it was instruction coming from the manager when the game was going on? He told them, hey, you scored 1 goal, now you've tied up 1-1, so now sit deep. I think the circumstances that is going on the pitch.
Bro, he done that every single time we scored or took a lead, yeah? We sat back. Look at the first game, yeah, we scored and then we sat back. Look at what game was it? I think it was the third group game, yeah? Scored, sat back. Denmark game, I think it was actually. We scored, yeah? Because I think, if I remember rightly, Denmark, I think, went 1-0 up, then we equalised, then we sat back. There's a pattern here.
I do understand what Stephen is saying, one way or the other. Although I disagree with the treatment on Gareth Southgate, but I understand what Stephen is saying. Sitting back, I doubt that Gareth Southgate will send a message to the players. You know what? You equalize the game, so just sit back. But I understand there's a pattern there. But I think the circumstances at which Spain was pushing England that makes them to sit back a little bit and conserve energy. Just like Southgate said, they were lacking energy on the pitch.
That's a pathetic excuse, bro. How's he saying, oh, we lacked energy? Cool, lacking energy? So how about the players that you brought off the bench that had an impact? Why don't you start them? Because they clearly have energy. But no, let me keep playing the same team that isn't working. The same team that needs me to make subs to get a result in the games. Yeah?
Yeah.
But the players are tired, guys. Don't take it out on the players. Yeah, Southgate, that's your excuse, yeah? That's pathetic. If the players are so tired, why are you starting the same bloody players every game? You can't have that excuse. If you're starting the same players with one change here, one change there, yeah?
Yes.
You can't use that as an excuse. If you'd made changes and it was still the same, okay, fair enough, you couldn't say that. But to play the same 11 with, say, one change, yeah? Then my response to you is you're a manager who is afraid. You're a manager who is scared, yeah? You're a manager who's pathetic for making that excuse. You can't make changes, right? And then make the excuse the players are tired. If they're tired, then you playing the same team every single game is a big part of that.
All right, thank you very much. Stephen G is right there. That's you heard Stephen, having his point of view on Southgate's situation. I know he's not been a supporter of Southgate for over 4 years that I've known him. Gulam Mustafa. Gulam said Southgate is a fraud. England will become better now, according to GM. Maya said apparently Tuchel is considered to take the English job. There are a lot of managers being linked, and we'll bring some of these managers up as the stream keep going on. Literally, Palmer came from the bench and scored a banger. Absolutely, Tuchel is far better than Gary Southgate, according to Gulam Mustafa. Phantom of the topic, big up to you, big up to Gulam, big up to Maya, and everyone in the chat and there. Dropping your comments in the comment section below. Phantom said Kane never score in big games. Kane, I know. Kane, there's a problem with Harry Kane. He's a trophy dodger. He never win anything. Can you imagine? Even in the competition that is very, very in the season that is very, very bad for Bayern Munich, at least they can win the BFB poker, they call it. But this time they miss out on that competition. They miss out on the Champions League. They miss out in the league. Everything that has to do with trophy in Harry Kane's career, he misses it. He dodges almost all of them. So,
bro, he's cursed. He's actually cursed. Bayern had won the league every year for about 12 years. Yeah?
Yeah.
Harry Kane goes there. Okay, to be fair, this isn't him cursing them. It's just Leverkusen did not lose a game in the league. So, big up Leverkusen for that, yeah? But it's also funny that happened his first season there.
Everything goes in line with Harry Kane. Wherever he goes, something dramatically happens. And he misses out on trophy. Gulam Mustafa said, I don't know how England were backing Southgate for so many years. Phantom said hello to Maya. Southgate bottled that tournament from the jump. No one expected. I'm telling you, if you believe that Southgate was going to get to the finals, then I'll say hallelujah. No one ever think Southgate and his boys were going to get to the final, but they made it there. So that's a credit to Southgate himself. Tuchel is the winner according to him, but we have to look into it. Thomas Tuchel has he's been linked to the football club. So I can say football club to the national team. Tuchel, we have to talk about patriotism or just coming in to coach. England squad has the best players from the Prem. But if they're best players from the Prem, definitely going to be from the Premier League. But are they better than the Spaniards? Are they better than the French? Are they better than the Germans? We have to look into that. The fact that you have one, player of the season from Manchester City, you have to ask yourself, all these players that they came together to form up the English national team. What is the style of play? But when you go to Spain, all these players that we are talking about play under one style. Look at the under 17, the under 20. Do they play tiki-taka flowing football, direct
They
football?
don't play that anymore.
They don't play like that anymore. They don't play tiki-taka football. Now that things are changing. So
that actually probably benefits them more, to be honest.
It comes from the root. It comes from the Spanish team play this kind of style from the youth level to the senior level. They play the same style in their club. So they understand that tiki-taka passing, making sure that you pass the ball in the right way, not just the rightful way. You hold on to the ball and pass when needed. If I've seen Enzo Maresca doing the same thing at the training ground at Cobham. I saw lots of clips and he's doing the same thing. 2 touches, you don't want 3 touches. 2 touches, make sure your passes are always accurate. But these kids, the Spanish team has been doing this for decades. They're light. All the youth level, they've been doing this. So there's no surprise for you to see them play in the senior level.
The Spanish team actually outperformed expectations and overachieved for the area that they should be at this current point. It's still a young team, like they're still changing everything on how they approach the game. So I think they actually outperformed what they would have expected, given that obviously they've only just started playing a certain way. You would have thought it'd take longer. Plus, it's a young team as well. Like, it's not got as much of the older heads in it, from what I can remember.
Okay.
So they're probably ahead of the curve of where they would expect to be.
Right. And there's something I want to say. Speaking of the the manager, there's something I want to say. Ghulam Mustafa said Southgate made those players look average on the pitch. Maya said big up knees. Southgate also bottled the Euro final against Italy. They even went out at the semi-finals. Look, I wouldn't even say they bottled it. Finals on penalties.
The only one that didn't mess up was the last World Cup.
In the World Cup.
The last World Cup. 2019 World Cup, we got to the semi-final. We should have beaten Croatia. Yeah? 2020... Was it? No, it would have been 18 World Cup. So that World Cup, we should have been in the final against France. It shouldn't have been Croatia against them, yeah?
Yeah.
Then, in the Euros, which was 2020 but played in 2021 because it was delayed because of COVID, we should have won that final. Yeah? The last World Cup, the 2022 World Cup, is the only tournament where he hasn't messed it up. The only tournament he hasn't messed it up.
Thank you very much. Steven said the only tournament he hasn't messed it up to 2021 final. He said,
huh? Yeah. No, 2022 World Cup.
2022 World Cup. All right. So Rich Moneymaker said a big up to legends on the panel, and we are looking at Nico again. According to my contact, everyone hit the like and subscribe. My Twitter account, it's LinkedIn CFC at Rich Moneymaker 22 for more updates. Absolutely, guys, go and support our brother here. He has a lot of information. Rich Moneymaker on Twitter or X. Follow him and make sure you keep all your notifications active. So when he send a tweet, you'll get information. Yes, he's a good guy. Ghulam Mustafa said Jamie was given exams. He can't play for the whole 90 minutes. Yes,
it's not that he can't play the whole 90 minutes. That it's something to do with for the later kickoffs.
Yeah.
There's a rule in Germany, right? It's Germany specific, like to that nation. that players who I think it's players who are under 18 or something like that, including media duties and all that sort of stuff, yeah, cannot be doing anything past 11 o'clock in terms of working as a footballer. If he was, then it meant that Spain would have had to pay, I think it was like a 30,000 fine, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
It's actually a good rule to have.
That is, as young as he is, he can play 90 minutes.
Huh?
With his age, he can play 90 minutes.
Not for late kickoffs, no, because of that game would have kicked off at 9 o'clock German time.
Okay.
The final kicked off 9 o'clock German time. Because Germany are about an hour ahead of the UK, and it kicked off at 8 o'clock UK.
So which makes the games late. So
Mm-hmm.
and so late for his age, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's a thing to protect young players.
Young
essentially.
players. Yeah.
But they
Phantom,
in general, I can't remember what the time is, but for people who work generally, I think it's if you're under a certain age, you can't work after 9 o'clock, I think it is. But for footballers, they extended it a couple hours, I think. I could be wrong, and if anyone knows, they can correct me, but it's something along those lines.
a phantom of many topic believe the Hurricane is chaos and Southgate is awful. Gulam said, I can say for the same for Alvaro Morata shouldn't be in the Spain squad for captain, but still the team was winning. Everyone ignored the fact that Morata isn't the face of Spain. I mean, they need a number 9, and if you look at the Spain squad, there's no any better number 9 over there. They did not go with what's this Real Madrid striker who came in, Osulu. They did not go with the Osulu. If you look at Morata, he's more active than
that was
Osulu.
their striker,
Yeah,
and their captain.
right. Phantom said again. I have said this before. Just because we are Chelsea fans doesn't necessarily mean we support England as a team. I am glad Spain won, according to Phantom of
I don't think anyone
England.
said that.
Yeah,
I think he was just speaking personal side of it, that he watches the England game more. So out of the European teams, he would have backed England, if I remember rightly from what you said.
Oh yeah. I'm more
That's your personal preference. You're not saying as a Chelsea fan you have to. You're just saying you support them because you watch a lot of English football.
Yeah, no, not really. I support. I didn't used to support I used to watch women football. I wasn't supporting the English women game until I had more Chelsea women playing in there. Then I started supporting the women's English women's national team. I started supporting more the English national team because the players that have been playing in the national team, Frank Lampard, always Joe Cole, all these John Terry. So when I see them and I'm watching international competition where my native country or my naturalized country is being kicked away, who then do I support? The 3 Lions are right there. I can look at John Terry and be able to analyze what John Terry did and how he played well. And I have to support these people because we have John Terry, Lampard in there. We have Cole Palmer, we have Conor Gallagher in there. And I have to support those players. You get what I'm saying? I have more friends in England than I have in America, to be honest with you. I have more friends in England than I have in America. So that makes me support the English national team. Southgate is clueless tactically. He always bottle matches. Y'all are forgetting that Switzerland game, and even not just Switzerland game, the Iceland game also. It was, to be honest with you, it was very awful, and I do understand. I'm not just rating Southgate on this competition alone. I'm rating Southgate for what he's done for the English national team. You get what I'm saying? English national team is taking them to back-to-back semifinals and finals. That alone, he has set himself as the second ever since the 1960s, the one that forgot his name, that one that won the World Cup for England. He has made it second with the where he's now set the bar very, very high. And something I'm going to talk about when I'm done with this news. Nick Zion, who will be our starting striker? Chelsea, it's very difficult. It's the Osimhen link is coming in again, but Fabrizio Romano have said that Chelsea are not going to pay ridiculous, stupid amount of money on the Victor Osimhen, according to Fabrizio Romano. And that's what his tweets the other day. Gulam said whenever Palmer comes on, he had an impact right away from the bench. Watch each other game of Euro again. I will. And I think I watched almost the England game, so I missed the first game. But besides that, all the games I really watched all of them. In fact, Gulam from the jump, Spain look like the champions. Even Gulam, but Germany had a tough group according to Maya. Gulam says Spain also had the drought period after Andres Iniesta, Xavi, Ramos retired, all the legends of the game. But the talent came in. Like I said, Spain's style of play, the culture is already there. So even if you take the Bosco away, whoever takes over is going to play the same way because the culture is there. It's just like Ghana. To my country that I know, Ghana is a country that plays the tiki-taka football. They've done this over. They produce world best midfielders. They produce midfielders. One of the countries that produce a lot of midfielders and attackers. Not much more for goalkeepers, midfielders and attackers, strikers. When you talk about midfielders that have been produced in Africa in general, Ghana produced a lot of them. So when they're playing football, it's more about a midfield game, how to hold on to possession, those Brazilian style of play all the time. So that is something you find from a country that plays that style of play, is the culture. When you bring in another foreign manager to change the style of play, it becomes difficult for the players to understand. You get what I'm saying? So there are other ways to win as well, not always tiki-taka. And I do understand. If, like I said, under 17, the under 20s don't play that way. So it's like, and even in the Premier League itself, Aston Villa don't play that style all the time. What Everton doesn't play that. Liverpool don't play that tiki-taka football. So you're bringing all these players from all across the league, put them together, and you expect them to play tiki-taka football. It's not gonna work. You have to play the English style of playing English football. Germans don't play tiki-taka football. They play German football. Spanish, they don't play German style of play. They play Spanish football. And that is what they understand, and that is why they win. French play their style. It's similar to maybe the Germans or maybe the Belgians. That's the French style. So if you understand your style, you polish it and make sure your style is being copied by other nations. That's what I'm trying to say here. All right. England had mix of both, a bit of both. But when you isolate them from their club, they play differently. Just like Foden. Foden was awful the entire tournament. Foden was awful. The only player that was able to make into the Euro 11 was Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker was good, but I think he still got the pace. Without pace, Kyle Walker will be also left out. Without pace, but his recovering is always there. 2018, according to Steven, Gulam said that striker in Germany. I'm back, guys. Rich Moneymaker, thank you. And always pleasure to see you back. Back from where Gulam said there is rule in Germany. I know, Steven. Under 18, I'm just saying, even with the restriction, Jamin gave the best, but Palmer can play full 90. Okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying now. I understand exactly what you're trying to say. Gulam Mustafa, big up to Alex Marco. Big up to you for joining us, joining on the show today. Guys, don't forget, I haven't said this, we've been streaming for almost 49 minutes now. If you haven't dropped a like on the video, please do me a favor, drop it drop a like on the video so you don't forget it. Gulam said that the time is 9 p.m. Germany time for football.
Yeah, so basically confirming what I said, it kicks off at 9 and the thing lasts, like, they can't be past 11.
Right. Gulam said yesterday I came across these stats on Instagram. My dating history is as empty as hurricane trophy cabinet. Poor lad.
Oh,
Alex said a good evening to everyone here in the family. Let's please bring Williams to Stamford Bridge, according to Alex. Then Maya said I want the player on your panel. I want the player. Yes, that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants, but it's not going to be that easy. It looks like he wants to join Barcelona, but Barcelona don't have
Ross
the
won't be
money.
able to afford it anyway.
Yeah, Barcelona cannot afford this player. But how can that happen? I don't know. But speaking of the coach, Steven.
Hmm.
Speaking of the coach,
Yeah.
bringing in another manager who is coming in and change the style of Gareth Southgate have already implemented for almost about 10 years. It will
You
take
mean
time
go
for
1-0 up
England
and sit back?
to what?
I said you mean go 1-0 up and then sit back.
Yeah,
That's his
it will
style.
take time. It will really take time for them to bring it. And also, if England is trying to go in for a manager, I prefer to go in for a national team coach, not a club coach. So if you are thinking of Thomas Tuchel, it's not going to work in the
Tuchel would
national team. It will
work
be
though,
worse.
when you think about it. Tuchel would work.
No, it won't. It
Nee,
won't work.
do you know what Southgate had done before he became the England under-21 coach?
Those
He managed club football, then he became the under-21 coach, and then from there he became the England senior team coach. He only became the senior team manager because Sam Allardyce was involved in, I think it was some sort of betting scandal or something, yeah?
Mhm.
So Allardyce was in charge for 2 games, then that came out, so they had to sack him. That's the only reason Southgate got the job in the first place.
But Steven, this is what I'm saying. Luis de la Fonte, not Luis, de la Fonte took over the under 17 Spain national team. He won with them. Then he progressed to either under 21, under 21 or under 23. He also won with them. Then he progressed from there to the national team. So he knows how to manage in national team competitions. He knows how to do it. The progression from one stage to the other stage was not difficult for him. Now you're gonna bring in Thomas Tuchel or maybe a Jurgen Klopp who
You
doesn't.
ain't getting Klopp. Klopp don't want a job right
No,
now.
I'm
He
not
wants a
saying they
break.
get. He's been. They put the names down for some of the
Yeah,
people.
Klopp wasn't in the names. It was Potter, Pochettino,
Mauricio
Tuchel.
Pochettino, also one of them.
Yeah, Potter, Pochettino, Tuchel. Carsley, who's the current under-21s coach.
You take Mourinho out because he's got a job with Galatasaray.
Mourinho wasn't in it.
Wasn't in it. Okay.
No. Who was the fifth one? There was five, and then the outsiders were Gerrard and Lampard. I can't remember the other one. I'm trying to find it now.
Gerald
Uh,
Lampard would be a disaster.
no, they weren't outsiders. They weren't outsiders. Um, Eddie Howe, that was it. Howe,
All right.
Potter, Pochettino, Tuchel, Carsley. Carsley's the under-21 manager. And then the two outsiders were Lampard and Gerrard.
Okay, Steven, let's drop that. Let's move on with the competition with the stream. We got some few minutes to when drop and wrap up over here. Lesley Ugochukwu, Steven. Lesley
Mhm.
Ugochukwu, where does his future lie? A report coming in says that he might move on loan, Steven. Lesley Ugochukwu. See, I can find a picture of him here.
Yeah, it should. I think he should go on loan, to be honest. I'd loan him in the Premier League, is what I'd do. Do you know what? I'd probably loan him to Everton. Everton had just got rid of Amadou Onana to Aston Villa. So they're going to want a midfielder and they want a tall midfielder. A tall midfielder, you've got Lesley at Chelsea, you could give them. So I'd do that. It also means that he'll get more minutes because, honestly, I'd like to see how it sets up in pre-season, of course, with the sort of midfielders we choose for the first few games and whatnot, and look at where we're using our height that we have, because certain areas we do have height, certain areas we don't. So we can get a rough idea based on the players he selects and the height of them, even if Lesley isn't in the squad at the moment. I don't know if he is or not, because he was initially called up for the Olympic squad, but he's now a reserve choice for them. He's not in the final squad.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's joined up with the Chelsea team yet. But even still, like Casadei is in training, for example. So if he plays, okay, we might want a bit of height in that area, for example. But I wouldn't mind loaning him to Everton, get Premier League experience, get more minutes, because the other midfield options we have, I think, could go start ahead of him. He'll probably be like 5th, 6th choice, to be honest. Because if we run through it, right?
Yeah.
Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia, Santos. So straight away, that's 4. If Gallagher stays, they'll probably put Gallagher ahead of him. Don't care whether Gallagher stays or goes personally. But then what do you do with Nkunku and Palmer, for example, right? Because ideally you have Palmer as an 8 because the way Maresca plays, have him as an 8 or Nkunku as an 8 because they're like box crashing number 8s in his system.
Yeah.
So that means you can play, say, Caicedo, Enzo, and then Palmer or Nkunku in the 8 with Enzo, for example, or Caicedo. Take your pick, whichever way you want them around. Personally, I think Caicedo will probably be more of the player in the sort of number 8 role for us next season, because the way Maresca plays, the player who's the deeper midfielder has 100 odd touches, I think it was, on average last season. And that suits Enzo's game more than it suits Caicedo's. So if you want to play both of them, then you'd have Enzo as the deeper of the two, personally. But then you'd have, say, Palmer as one of the 8s, for example. So that takes one of your natural number 8 options away if you have Palmer or Nkunku there as a box crashing number 8.
Beautiful. Stephen G. My rich money maker said Barcelona can't afford Nico Williams. Absolutely. Southgate was in the 10th year. Oh my days, according to Gulam. Gulam do like Southgate. Gulam is not in English. Some of these English fans. Of course, rich money maker Tuchel will make it. I don't think so.
Tuchel's a club manager as well, don't forget.
Yeah.
That's his specialty.
Yeah, those managers want game after game after game. They can't handle the national team. Lafonte is used to waiting and data work, looking at all his players across the globe who can really fit into a position that he wants. But if you bring in these managers that don't manage each and every week, they'll be frustrated, to be honest with you. They don't know how. They don't know how to manage a national team. National team style of play game is different from seeing club games where you train each and every day. You have literally sometimes almost about 2-3 weeks to a month to get your 11 to organize them into a certain competition. It's not like a club. So we have to be very careful on how we choose managers. The next manager that comes to England will be very, very careful. The national team have to be very careful who they choose as their next manager, because Gary Southgate has set the bar high. And if you guys are not lucky, you might not get there anymore. If I want to talk about you guys, I'm talking about the English fans that did not like Gary Southgate. All right, Rich Money Maker said, and my understanding, according to my contact, that with my caretaker manager. Yeah, that's what I heard to a caretaker, because England has a couple games coming up soon. They might have a caretaker manager and wait to make the important appointment in few months' time. Ugochukwu, we might loan out and we could sell, but
it's cut off because the number of characters, so it'd be the next message.
We might sell. It says, character manager for
Caretaker.
the English role. Okay, so I mean that makes a lot of sense, and that sounds like the deal. England have to bring in a caretaker manager now and until. So Stephen, we're discussing Lesley Ugochukwu, and from what you said, I do agree with you. If he has to go to abroad, I always say Germany is my favorite.
No, not abroad. Please, not abroad. I'm not wasting another loan spot. please, let's not do this.
Okay.
Just,
all right. It doesn't go
I'm not
abroad,
saying to you
I mean,
personally. I'm just speaking generally. Like, it's better if he goes in the Prem anyway.
right.
He
But
needs those Premier League minutes.
if the West scenario come and he wants to go to abroad, which would be your preferred choice? I prefer he goes to Germany.
Maybe, or you could send him back to France.
France, a weak team, better team. Leon wouldn't take him right now.
It depends who wants him. But I wouldn't be
Strasbourg, he'll
opposed to
get
him
game
going
time.
France. If it has to be abroad, then
Strasbourg,
France.
he'll get a lot of game time there.
Are you seeing the stuff talking to Strasbourg and Vieira? Have you seen the stuff that Santos said? I don't know if I sent it to you.
I want to make that tomorrow's screen.
Yeah.
That's why I don't
So
want to type in
I'm not gonna touch on it, but basically his thing was to do with like he felt he developed quite well there and stuff like that.
The defensive midfield role.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't want to get into details because I already read it and I have that in mind to add it to tomorrow's stream.
No, that's why I wasn't touching on it much. The other thing I'd say is he did speak a bit about Maresca as well. So
okay. That's great. I've seen that one.
Well, I say that Maresca and how that like impacts his game and how he plays, as in he being Andre Santos.
Yeah, Stephen. We also have to look at the captainship role right now. Captainship. Who is going to be our vice captain if Ben Chilwell is not there? Vice captain, I'll go for Levi Colwell. Would you accept that?
Maybe Colwell. Yeah. I think Colwell definitely has leadership in him for sure.
Or do we go for Enzo Fernandez as the vice captain?
No,
at least one English, one Hispanic.
I'd probably go more towards Colwell.
Also an English, and Enzo Fernandez was there before Colwell came.
But the whole thing, right? I can't even remember how good Enzo's English is now. But the whole thing is that only the captain can speak to the refs now. And pretty much the whole thing about anyone who isn't captain could get booked if they try to speak to the ref. So ideally, you want someone who's very good with English to be your captain.
I do understand.
Hence,
I mean,
now,
we don't
Enzo's here for a bit longer, right?
Yeah.
Then, which you'd imagine he is, then he can develop his English. Then maybe down the line he could become captain.
Yeah, I don't even see that happening, Stephen. The reason why I'm not going to see that happening is shooting case because I don't see Reece James playing all the games the whole entire season. So there are games that even if you should make Enzo Fernandez your captain, there are games that he has to take over the game and be the captain and start the game. And if that happens, you're going to end up, seeing Enzo Fernandez communicating to whatever referee it is. If he doesn't understand, he can express himself very well.
I could be wrong. His English could be good. I can't really remember. I don't recall him speaking to the media very much.
Okay.
But to be on the safe side, I'd go for someone who's English or has very good understanding of the language.
Okay. So that's where we are on the show. We got 14 of us watching live on X, X. X, I don't know. I've done what I'm supposed to do, but when I'm streaming, it's still not going there. I have to get hold of a StreamYard helpline so they can sort this out. But I was streaming live on YouTube alone, but we got 15 of us watching live. And I'm glad if it's the first time joining us on this platform, do me a favor. Always don't forget to subscribe. Keep the bell notification icon active at all times so you don't miss a thing from Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. And the show name is just a transfer news. Football Minutes will be back again when the transfer window shuts down. And you have to remember, we're always here 24/7 when the transfer window is about to be closed. We stay in here until the window closes, and we break down all those breaking.
Yeah, we on the deadline day ones we touch on other leagues as well.
Yeah, definitely. So other news that will come up after the window closes, we stay on for a while, and we make sure we bring the news out in terms of YouTube platform. And so if you're part of this channel, I'm sure you would never regret you did subscribe. So subscribe to us, and do not forget, like I said, always tune in. We're accepting more and new subscribers each and every day. So be part of this. Let me know where you're watching us from. If you're watching us too, let me know what continent you are and what made you click on it. And Yeah, let me know. Let me know as the show goes on. So we are still discussing the Lesley Ugochukwu, another young talented player that Mauricio Pochettino saw him play against the PSG and brought him to Chelsea Football Club, but it doesn't look like it's that good enough for us, or maybe injury hasn't even helped him out to become that good. So great show according to Rich Moneymaker. He said, "Great show, guys," and I got to go. Everyone hit that like and subscribe. Thank you very much, Rich Moneymaker, for you joining us here and giving us those important updates and those news that you provide to us each and every day. Guys, like I said, do our brother here a favor. His, I think the YouTube link is right there. Not YouTube link, X information is right there. Follow him on X and be updated with some latest transfer news. It's very, very reliable. Trust me. It's very. I get a lot of information from him. So Rich Moneymaker is very, very reliable. Trust in him and then follow him up. Yeah, follow him up. Okay, Stephen, we've discussed. Now the last one we're gonna talk about. We just take 5 minutes on this one. Matt Cucurella has spoken very, very well on Nico Williams and is urging the football club to bring Nico Williams to Chelsea Football Club. I'm sure you've heard something like that. What's your thoughts on it before we
Yeah,
wrap
we
up?
spoke on Nico Williams quite a bit. The issue is more the wages than anything else. The other issue is if he comes in, yeah, he'd be playing on the left side. But the issue being we can't shift Sterling and we can't shift Mudryk. So what do you do then? That's the other issue. So there's the issue of his wages, then there's the issue of how do you shift the options
Or
we've
how do
already.
you play him? And even I saw him playing on the right hand side, and even you cannot even put him on the right hand side because the right hand side is also choked. Yeah, the right side of Chelsea's squad in terms of players that you're going to end up finding them playing in that position is also choked. Yeah, if you bring in Nico Williams, it means that because in the Spanish, in the final against England, I saw Nico Williams play on the right hand side. He keeps switching, so probably versatile. He can play on the right, he can play on the left. But if we're saying the left hand side is choked, we have Cole Palmer. No, we have Ryan Sterling. We have who else?
Sterling's on the
Modric.
left side.
We have Modric also.
Yeah.
We have Nkunku also can also play on that side. They're on the right hand side. Okay, let's shift him to the right hand side. He can't play there either because we have Nuno Madueke. We have Cole Palmer who has
Yeah, but
also
Palmer could play as an 8 is what I'm thinking. So technically speaking, if you wanted to, right, and I wouldn't do this, I just want Sterling out of the club. But if you wanted to, technically there's an argument to be made that maybe you shift Sterling over to the right, then you could bring in Nico Williams, have him as a starter on the left.
I mean, that makes sense. I think that if indeed they want to. So, guys, this is where we are on the Nico Williams and Cucurella, who just won the Euro 2024 with Spain and Chelsea. Look, I keep saying, I know there's issue with some fans who don't trust in the owners, but the owners are doing something good. They have three. We have, we have two players that have this summer have won 2 competitions for Chelsea. Yeah, we have 2 players. One of them is Enzo Fernandez. Cucurella have also won it. So if England was the one to win the Euro, it would have been 3. It would have been 3 players. But we have 2 players from Chelsea. And what happens is the price start keep rising and rising and rising. Cucurella that we spent 60, probably I know his price dropped down dramatically, but it looks like he's getting it back there again to that 60 million rank at which Chelsea paid for him. So, he's paid over the cracks by playing well on the pitch. And also Enzo Fernandez, no doubt Chelsea spent a lot on him, but he's won the World Cup, he's won Copa America. He's not a Copa America winner. He won 2 trophies right now. He's won 2 trophies that he can win. Champions League is getting closer. When he wins Champions League, there's no other trophy that Enzo Fernandez cannot win. When he wins Champions League, it means that he gets access to win World Club competition, the Super Cup, and I'm sure when Chelsea wins it, they will definitely win all those competitions. Usually, we've missed out on those competitions twice. The Super Cup twice, we've missed out on it twice. But the last time we got it with Thomas Tuchel, we were able to win it. So All right, we look forward on that. Also, it looks like we have covered everything right now. We got six of you watching live, and I know those that we started with Phantom Video topic in there. Maya also in there. Rich Moneymaker left a few minutes ago, but Gulam Mustafa, I know Gulam is still there. Big up to you, Gulam. Big up to Rich Moneymaker. I want to love you forever. A queen of the channel. Hasn't seen it today, but a big up to her. And then Rosie. Also, Phantom of Benny topic. I mentioned his name. And who else am I missing here? As I'm missing a few of you. I'm missing someone. I know I'm missing someone. Who else am I missing? Anyone? If okay, yeah, Alex Mako, who also joined us here to share his view. Thank you very much, Alex. And much thanks goes to Stephen G. Yeah, my life, Stephen G. Big up to you, Stephen G, for all you've been doing all these years. Steven, let's wrap it up. Wrap it up. I'll take the conclusion from you with the topics we talked about. 60 seconds.
Yeah. So we've touched on Nico Williams again. We touched a bit on England and Southgate resigning. Hallelujah. Personally, that's my perspective on that. Don't think I need to say any more on that one. We touched on the potential loan move of Lesley Ugochukwu. Who should he go to? Where do we think he should go to? Or do we think he should stay? We spoke on the new kit. Personally, I don't like it. I know that Nee does. We spoke on the leaked away kit, which I actually do like a bit more. I think you kind of like the away kit as well, right?
Yeah. It's just a badge that we're not happy with.
So we're kind of in agreement with the exception of the badge. We like the away kit. We're in disagreement over the home kit. And yeah, that was basically it. England, Lesley Ugochukwu, the new kit, and Nico Williams.
Yeah, so if you're just joining us, this is what we discussed on the show today. We discussed the new kit, the away kit. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on this new kit. So we did talk about this, and we have our own perspective. We did not like the way they put the badge in the jersey.
The badge on both of them.
Yeah. And then Steven did not like the pattern in terms of how they've had it looks like it's dripping oil. And I gave a scenario and why I like it because I know how they do these kind of jerseys. I know how they do it, but I don't know how Nike did this, but I can do a similar thing where you can have different kind of oil paint or spray them on the in the bowl of water, spray them on top of it, and grab a white shit and then put a shit on top of it. The pattern at which you see on top of the water will reflect in the jersey, and then you dry it, and you're gonna have similar thing like that. Yeah, you just when you spray the oil paint on the water, grab a little thing, find yourself a air blower or something, blow the water a little bit, and then if the water looks like waving with the spray paint on top of the water, when you see this, then drop your shit in slowly as you go down. And then the design will really print on the jersey. Then dry it. When it dries,
do you know what it reminds me of? You know when people get that stuff you can do to do your football boots and stuff like that, where it's a print. Yeah. And I think you basically spray it in the water for that as well, and then you slowly put the shoe in,
put it in there,
pull it out, and then obviously you make sure that you get rid of the bit that covers where foot goes and the bottom of the boot. But I've seen videos of that, but I don't know how it would work for a shirt.
But yeah, I mean, with this one, it doesn't look like that's how they did it. This is like a material.
That would just be
material
a design thing.
Yeah. They designed this probably 3D design, and then a huge material. They cut them up, and then they have these Chinese people sew it for us. This, but to be honest with you, this jersey, Steven, this jersey they paid $10 for a jersey, and they're selling it for $111 for one person to buy this. In the Chinese market, they will do all this for just $10 a jersey. $10 a jersey, and they're bringing the Nike logo to it, and they're selling it at a ridiculous price amount of money. This is something they have to bring the price down for everyone to be able to purchase it. It's quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. You have the quality there. Okay, it's good. Bring the price down for average person on the road to be able to afford it. 80. I'll say $80, £50 US, 50 quid, whatever they call it. Then everyone can afford this. for $111, then what is it? Is it 80 quid?
Yeah, I think it's 80. Yeah.
Too much.
Well, put it this way:
Crazy.
there's the £80 one, which doesn't have I think they call it dry fit stuff, which I think is to do with like sweat and stuff like that. And then there's the one with that, which is like an extra £40.
And then even the 80 quid doesn't even have the player's name on the back. If you want the player's name, you're gonna end up paying like $200.
Bro, I stopped buying kits a long time ago, man.
Oh,
I can't remember the last kit I bought. But if I was to buy something, I'd buy probably training top instead. To be honest, they're normally better.
yeah, that one you can wear it anytime. It's not just.
Exactly.
I always like the tracksuits. You can wear it in the fall. You can wear it in the fall, especially when it's kind of cold and warm. You can wear that every day. Casual. It's casual. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, thank you very much. We're gonna end the show today. I want to thank each and every one of you. Those that jump on and left, and those that stay with us till now. Thank you. If you're just watching us, also do not forget to subscribe and be with us. Be part of our YouTube community as we keep growing each and every day. I'll say Leo Desperando and Stevie G.
Hang on to hope.
Our Lords. Bye bye for now. And the French will say mañana. French will say bye bye is au revoir, right? Au revoir.
Au revoir,
And then, yeah, French will say, and the Spanish will say mañana. Steven, how do you say that in Italy?
I don't know. I'm not.
Bye bye
Italian.
or tomorrow.
I'm not Italian. I don't know.
Mediango. Bye bye. Bye for now, guys.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.